Hi, I'm Sprite John, and I had a little interesting idea. So tribes, right? The thing that's stopping us from just putting a bunch of characters together to making a conglomerate team. What if that didn't exist? Now, what I mean by tribes is basically what if everybody was just the same tribe? And we're going to use a 20% watch, and we're going to look at the best possible team we'd be able to make. But we're doing it in multiple categories to make it interesting and make the video longer. So we have the best standard, which basically, what's the best team we'd possibly be able to make for no bonusing at throne stage, no gimmicks, no nothing like that. Then we have best seal stage, which is basically like Soultimate draining, the fever draining, like stuff like that. We're basically, instead of having no gimmicks, it has gimmicks, but we're still not restricting it. Then we're gonna do the best Z restricted. Might as well do there. So we have the best normal team just for like a throne stage, best seal stage, which is the same thing but for like gimmicks. Then we have ZZ restricted, which is basically just like a throne, but you can only use triple Z ranks for some reason. Then we have seal stages, but with triple Z's, and then the same thing with double Z's. So I just figured it'd be kind of interesting to look at all these characters and see this game could have been a lot more power creep heavy. So the first thing we're gonna do is do best standard because that's usually what I do anyways. And you're gonna see a lot of things that we're gonna be doing is pretty samey. So first up, we need an EX popper. And obviously, when there's no restrictions, we're going to be bringing Snake King Kyra. He's an EX popper with Unity and Feverfill, and he's got a Nyanbo multiplier, so that's pretty insane. So first up, we'll do, is he Snake King Kyra? Yeah, Snake King. SK Kyra. And then I'm going to add a parentheses for their HP stat. So 15, 7, 8, and then 24% Unity. So next up, we want a Fever Extender, and obviously you can tell where this is going. We're going to be taking either Santa, Natsuyomi, or Future Ren. So he or she has 1567, meanwhile Future Ren has 1578. So, and he's got higher attacks. Is that, he just got a whole extra LB. So yeah, we'll do Future Ren because higher stats means more funny. So now that we have our EX Popper and our Fever Extender, we need some sort of character to, chain. So I also want to point out we're not doing any sort of like new character creation because that'd just be stupid. Obviously, we do EX Popper with Feverfill Unity, same thing with Fever Extender, then like an Inflate 4 with Prefill and Unity, and then 2 Appearless Unities, all use ranks with OB10 stats. That'd be boring. So we're going to use existing characters because I think that just makes it a little more fun. So a good option that I'm currently thinking of would be either Okayu or Elzamekia. Elzamekia has the lower stats of the two at 1575 HP. Meanwhile, Okayu has 1769 and 1712 attack stat compared to 1541. But she has a Nyanbo multiplier for her Soultimate, which might make her do a little more damage. But because I want the HP stat to be higher, we're going to be bringing Okayu instead. Because I can't make a pre-fill Inflate 4 with Unity, because that's just ridiculous. So yeah, Okayu seems like she'll be the best. And yeah, I think that's pretty decent. There's a whole argument of I could be bringing Rem on this team, but I don't really want to, just because, well, I know you want to see a super high number here, and Rem does not have super high numbers. So yeah. But anyway, speaking of revive, we might as well bring Black Hole Asu, a UZ rank Unity and revive tap inflator. So now we have a lot of options we can do for the last one. We've got pretty decent chain ability. We have, oh yeah, like this is kind of like what's difficult about it. You can't really judge how good these characters would be. Like we could, instead of Black Hole Asu, we could bring Princess Blizaria and Rem, which would be really good. But I don't know how much that would like work. So we're gonna ignore stuff like Rem, and we're going to ignore stuff like Jane and Megumin because yeah, just cause. And you can make the argument of bringing Aqua over friggin' like Future Ren. I'm just gonna be bringing Unity because I think it's very funny. So, funnily enough, we actually don't have a UZ rank that does the last thing that we need effectively, in my opinion, which would, be Unity plus Fast Fever. So, we're going to go over to Triple Z ranks and look up Taicho Ray, my goat. So, Taicho Ray is an LB10 Triple Z rank with Unity and Fast Fever, and is an all-pop rearranger, which I guess can just be nice. It can help since we have Okayu to help get that, but I mean, it'd be much preferred to get this guy Soultimate first. But because he's Fast Fever, we want a ton of him on the board anyway, and he has Fever Fill, he has Fever Fill, she has Pre-Fill. He doesn't need anything, honestly. So, and they'll probably win in like 6 Ultimates anyway, so I kind of just realized that. So now we get to the fun part, adding things together. So their base HP is, I gotta pull up the calculator on my phone, gets a whopping base HP stat of 7,912. Pretty insane. Unity total is 116% Unity. And then we have the extra 20% of the watch. We'll just imagine that there's just some watch that buffs everybody by 20%. I know there's like watches that's like 35% HP and 25% attack. I'm just going to ignore those because you can go crazier than what I'm doing in this video, which is insane. So 116 plus 20 plus 30 is a 166% Unity. That's insane. Which means their total HP is going to be a whopping, 7,912 plus 166%. Oh, good lord. 21,045. 46. 21,046 HP with revive and with like no holes in the strategy. That is insanely broken. Imagine, that's like almost what Slippery's doing now. That's crazy. That's crazy. This hypothetical like best team that I can think of, yeah, insane. So with perma bonuses, that's 22k HP. Yeah, that's kind of a lot. Yeah, pretty funny. So next up we have the best seal stage thing. So I'm mainly focusing on Soultimate draining because that's usually what's difficult. And we have a ton of good options. So first up, EX Popper. Now if we look at all of the EX Poppers here, none of them are really all that special. I mean, we can have Jane. However, one does come to mind being Doll U. Doll U is insanely good. I just don't have her, and like basically nobody does. But she is insanely good. Honestly, I think this should be a 10 out of 10 because the support for all their characters is just insane, and she's got pre-fill. So we'll be using Doll U. Another good option you could do is Natsune because she has Link Big and is an LB10 UZ. I'm gonna use Doll U for this because I just think it'd work better. Maybe, I don't know. So next up, a good character would be Lotus Ren because he is basically the seal stage killer. With his tap inflate, his Link Big, and this other skill that's just kind of here, Lotus Ren would be pretty good. Now we can just stack up on unities, in all honesty. Kind of. We can kind of stack up on unities. So a good character to bring would very likely be Black Hole Asu, just because, Revive is insanely good. So again, we'll bring Black Hole Asu. Do this right here. Control C, Control V. So now the next character I want to bring is probably one you could likely expect, being Summer Setsuna, because she's just broken, insanely broken. Now the last character. There's like 1,000 different characters we could bring. We could bring Taicho Ray for more Fast Fever. We can bring Okayu. We could bring Future Ren for that. We could bring Fudo Boy Gold for crits. We can bring Aqua for healing. So we could bring Arachnus if we wanted to. I really wouldn't recommend it. We could bring Komaki Komami. Like, we could bring Agaha. We could bring BD. Like, I'm not gonna... You could do this. This would actually... that could actually be pretty good. Yeah, you could do this guy instead of, like on this team, you could do it instead of Black Hole Asu and then replace Future Realm with Aqua. The HP would probably be lower still, just because, 5 unities is pretty insane. But it'd still be interesting to think about. So I think the character that I'm gonna bring is still going to be Okayu. I think. Yeah, probably. It'll probably still be Okayu. Because we already have the Fast Fever and Summer Setsuna, we have a Revive, and we've got this character, and the starter range is going to be useful. So yeah, we'll just bring Okayu again. Yeah, gets us 7,942. And this is why base HP is not everything. So next up, Unity. I know, like, we're assuming this is the same tribe, so the whole Unity bonuses, we're just assuming they work. So their Unity is the base 30% plus the 24 plus 24 for 48%. Oh, wait, yeah, there's no this. And then plus the 20% for the watch gets us a whopping, so 98%. Yeah, 98% Unity with the 50, yeah. Which makes their total HP, oh, that's why, okay. Their total HP would be a whopping 15,725 with Revive, with starter ranged, with Lotus Ren spam. They don't really need a Fever Extend because they just really don't. You could bring a Future Ren instead of Okayu. I just like the high stats, so yeah. You can swap them out all you want. You'll still have 15,000 HP, which is ridiculous. So next up, we are restricting ourselves to only triple Zs. So yes, we will not be spamming Okayu and Black Hole Asu this entire time. We're going to be spamming different characters. So who would be the best... This is the wrong one. Who would be the best triple Z extreme popper? Well, I really haven't thought this far. So I've kind of just thought about Uzis. So we'll look up extreme poppers, and apparently there's only 26. I say only. The first 2 triple Zs were extreme poppers. We actually just never had an extreme popper with Unity. Yeah, I'm going through here. There's really just nothing. Nothing at all. So I guess that means we're going to actually be bringing Natsume this time. If I can ever get back to find her, there she is. So Natsume, a Link Big Afterfill EX popper with low stats, but she's a triple Z, so that's why. So next up, our Fever Extender, and I think you can already tell who it's going to be. I would bring Saku-chan if I could. I swear I would. But there's no reason to bring her when Hinozal exists. And she even has higher HP. If she just had Unity, she's got lower attack just by a little bit, but HP, man. Anyways, Hinozal, a 1458%. This is, well, we can put her here anyway, because, yeah, spoiler, I'm putting her there anyway. Next up, we can go ahead and just take him from this one. Yeah, I would be bringing Taicho Ray again. It's like Ihaibara, except LB10, so that's pretty useful. So now, we got, like, a ton of options for Unity characters. Like, seriously, a ridiculous amount. We could even be bringing low-tier Shu instead of Hinozal. He might hit harder. He's also spammable. So, yeah, pretty nice. Like, just by himself. I mean, yeah, there's honestly not really much of a need for, like, a chainer because we've got Natsume. So, yeah, sure, we'll bring Santa Yu. 48% HP. 20% Unity. Santa Yu. Now, again, just like everything, there are tons of, like, last options we could do. We could bring Hyaki the Muncher, who would hit like a truck. We could bring Ryusen and Senenki for easy fast fevers. We could bring Izana for revive inflate 4s. We could bring, like, we could even bring Lapless Darkness for appear less. So that would be neat, I guess. I could also bring Arle. Arle would actually be pretty good. Because she would probably hit harder than everybody else because she hits on the level of Aqua, who's a UZ rank. So Arle would actually be, like, insanely good. So if we're kind of getting some, maybe I do want to bring Arle, or we could bring Goku Enma. That could be pretty nice. Like, this guy would actually be, like, the worst pick because this is literally worthless because we already have, like, he would be what Shadowside Blazion would be, except, like, actually trash. That's pretty funny. His one gimmick we're just completely giving to everybody. we could bring Gunshin. We could. That we really could. But we could also just bring Boso Enma, which would just be better than Gunshin. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's bring Boso Enma. Bo Boso Enma. He's also a Soultimate filler, so there's our chaining needs taken care of. So yeah, I'm looking at his HP. 1467. So a total 1467 HP with no unity. So their base HP is 7,298. Yeah, we're kind of getting somewhere. My bad. I hit the microphone. Plus 60 with 3 unities. Plus 20 for a whopping 110% unity. So now, 72,000, all that, plus 110% is 15,326, basically. It's almost as high as the UZ ranks when they have to, like, restrict themselves. That's just how, yeah. I've seen a lot of people, it's just one guy who's been like, I think UZ ranks are kind of just like an in-between thing. Like, shut up, dog. No one asked you. But looking at this, yeah, restricted UZs have more HP than the best triple Zs, in my opinion. I mean, if you bring more unity, so like, you could bring, like, I don't know, Puppet Gunshin, I guess. Or Ihaibara. You could bring Ihaibara. And then their HP would definitely eclipse the restricted this. But honestly, this is kind of just like a better, almost a better version of this because they don't have a fever extend. So yeah. Next up, the restricteds, where we have to deal with best, fever draining. So I think the best option for this, we can finally use him this time, would be low tier Shu. He's like, normally when I do triple Z's restricted that have fever draining, I use Charming because it has Natsume and Knight Nyarther, and this guy's just Knight Nyarther, except instead of redrop, he's got Unity. So obviously we'll be bringing low tier Shu with his 1311 HP. LTS. With 20% Unity. Then again, we'll be bringing Taicho Rei for his fast fever plus Unity capability. We can then bring Boso Enma again for his stats. Then again, we don't have a revive character. So I guess we'll just bring Santa Yu once more. Yeah, Santa Yu. And then yeah, honestly, it's not really that big of a difference. So instead of 1458, it's 1311. Their total HP is 7,151 because like this guy has like a whole 100 less HP. That's kind of insane. So anyways, this plus 110% is 15,071. No, 17. With no revive because there's just no Unity revive character. Not that much worse. Honestly, you could make a case that this is just the best team in the game for triple Z's. So yeah, pretty neat. Now we can finally go to double Z's, where Taicho Rei will not be showing up to haunt us. So double Z's are kind of interesting. There's no double Z section on Sallitine spreadsheet, so we're having to use a Goose's spreadsheet. And I filtered it to only be double Z ranks. So there's a lot of characters, and if we search by Unity, there are only 14 Unity double Z's, which I think is pretty neat. But here's the thing about Zero Beyond. He's going to be the extreme popper, but we really do want to bring Blue Sky Helmet Suzaku. We really do want to bring him. I just realized I don't know the HP stats for these characters. So, yeah. Also, this is before we have leaks for the Idol 2 event. Please, for the love of God, let it be grindable. And I'm uploading this the day afterwards anyway, so I hope it's grindable, please, and I hope I can get the video out. So, please. So, between Zero Beyond and Blue Sky Helmet Suzaku, I think I'm going to want to be bringing Blue Sky Helmet Suzaku. Probably just because I think crits and guards would be more useful, even though we have less stats. So mine... Okay, good. He doesn't have it. So, BSHS with no Unity has 1057 HP. Next up, we want to bring a fever extender, and we only have 10 of them. One is normal Earthwalker. Another one is Rampaging Amaterasu, who looks pretty good in all honesty. Except Great King's Rook Ashura is just better. Is redrop his promotion skill, or is this his promotion skill? I don't know. We might bring him instead. Hinadal Shuka. Actually, Hinadal Shuka is just better. She's got healing, too. We have normal Setsuna with Afterfill and Fast Fever. That could be nice. We have Hana Sakamaru with just Fast Fever. I mean, maybe. MT Bouncer with Popping Big Puni can fill his Soultimate and redrop. And then Shikokumaru, I think, who just has pre-fill. We have Twin Dragon God Ryu, who has Unity. And then, oh, yeah, we're bringing Boso Renee. Yeah, because guess what? He's got Revive. Oh, wait, but he doesn't have Feverfill. But Feverfill's so nice. Feverfill's nice with it, though. So I'm thinking I want to bring Hinadal Shuka because the heal sounds pretty neat. So we'll be bringing Oni Hinadal Shuka. Except I don't know what her HP stat is. I have the character, but you see, she's level 1. So, yeah. I'll make an educated guess. We'll just say she has Lance Shuka's HP of 1046. Sure. We'll say she's got Lance Shuka's HP of 1046. So, yeah. Now we want to bring Unity characters. So I think we'll be bringing... Well, I can go ahead and tell you the 2 characters I'm thinking of, which would be Kirachara, who has 1261 because he's a throne character. Kirachara with his 16% Unity, and then Galapion, who's got... Who knows how much HP Galapion has? I don't. Galapion. He's also a Soultimate filler, which is pretty nice. So he has 1240 HP. 1240 HP with 16% Unity. He's also got a Revive needs taken care of. And here's the thing. We actually do have, like, the perfect character to end this off. I just gotta go down to the Heartful section, and here she is, Shirogane Noelle. There's also Subaru, but Subaru's just, like, worse. Like, not Uzora Subaru. This is Natsuki Subaru, not Uzora Subaru. I cannot bring Uzora Subaru. I'm sad about it. I know you probably are happy about it, but I don't care. Anyway, Shirogane Noelle, an all-popper bonus ball maker with Fast Fever and Unity. Heck yeah, we're doing that. She had no LBs at all. Mine would have had some LBs because I pulled her a lot for some reason. But she doesn't have LBs right now, so she's got 1077 HP. If you hear siren... I don't know if you can hear the sirens going off, but whatever. Noelle with 16% Unity. So, yeah. This is pretty nice. You could bring Zero Beyond too, and their stats would be higher than what I'm about to show. 5,681. A total Unity of 30 plus 48. 16 times 3. Yeah, 48 plus 20 for a whopping 98% Unity, which I think is pretty decent. 11,248. Is that even higher than Shady's? Let me check, actually. Is that higher than Shady Unity? I mean, Shady's HP stats? Yeah, I thought Shady had a lot more HP. They kind of don't. So, yeah, there's that. Now, for ZZ Restricteds. It's basically just the same thing. Kind of. Honestly, it's basically just Shady. So we have Blue Sky Homizuzaku. We have Kirachara, who is essentially just an upgrade of Edible. We have Galapion, because Revive plus Unity is goated. We have Shirogane Noelle, because Fast Fever plus Unity is goated. And now for the last character, doesn't have Unity, I'll tell you that much. It is going to be the Double Z Swimsuit Usada Pecora. Yes, I kid you not. the shady inflate 4 with dropping an afterfill would be really good to be bringing. So we'll be bringing her. We'll say she's got 1100 HP. 1100 HP. I have no idea. SS Pekko. Yeah, I have no idea how much HP she has. Mine's level 50. So, what does DS Galaxy have? Not 1100, so that'll be fine. What was Meliodas at? Can we give her Meliodas' HP? Does he sound reasonable? He's at 1030. That sucks. Okay, so maybe we'll just do 1055. So their base HP is practically identical, 5,690. Then their unity is the same, which makes their total HP 11,266. So there we go. We're going to ignore all. And then we're going to ignore all. So there we go. Their total HP stat highlighted in yellow. This is what I think the best teams in the game would be if we didn't have tribes to deal with and could instead just run any character we wanted together. So the best normal team would have 21,000 HP. The best team for Seal Stage would have like 15.5k HP. The best Triple Z team would almost have 15.5k. The best for a restricted stage would be 15k. And then the best Double Z, God, that's a drop, isn't it? That's a drop in power. They lose 14,000 no, they lose 4,000 HP. Wow, that's a lot. They lose 4,000 HP. That's crazy. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something neat about these characters, and that yes, having Unity does make you really good. And having Fast Fever, you can essentially see we're doing the same thing for each team, just with different characters. Hope you enjoyed, and please tell me that the new event that I'm probably currently playing, please tell me it's a grindable. I would love to have a grindable, but knowing NHN, it's probably not, and it's probably Gates, and I'm probably screaming in rage.